You're gonna be able to give us a yes today?
Yes, sure. Friday.
Every Friday we scream yes. And you
Oi!
Oh yeah, give us an Australian yes.
That's not really a yes though.
I have given a yes before. Yes! Like you don't even watch the content.
I watch only the ones I'm in because I need something to masturbate to. And normal porn stops working. Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Game Together for Friday! Yay!
I did it.
Got a little bump.
That's it? It's gotta be more like, yeah! Yes! That's the first time I've ever done a yes.
Wow, it's been years.
I broke my yes hymen. Well, good news everyone, Persona 5 is coming to Switch, but we got some bad news for you. It's not that Persona 5.
What? Jokers and Smash Ultimate, all the signs were there.
Yeah, well, if you like Musou games, get excited because that's the Persona 5 game that's coming to Switch.
Atlus and Sega announced that a new action RPG called Persona 5 Scramble: The Phantom Strikers will release on the Switch and PS4 at some predetermined date.
And instead of the classic turn-based RPG, this one is a full-on action RPG, meaning that you'll be hacking and slashing your way through a whole bunch of enemies. Tell us more, Lawrence.
Yeah, this is what Omega Force does. They just make Warriors variants of everything. You know, Dynasty Warriors, Hyrule Warriors, Fire Emblem Warriors, Samurai Warriors. There's a couple of other ones, but
Gundam,
yep,
cool.
thank you.
God.
Basically in a game with warriors at the end of it. They've just been making those games for about 1 million years, and apparently we're in for 1 million more. In the trailer we see Joker with a knife, along with his default persona Arsene, and of course there are a bunch of bad guys that our boy slicing his way through. Probably be a hit counter, KOs, you'll get some super move where you summon your persona, and then you just do it for hours and hours and hours.
But Lawrence, there's also a red-headed girl with heart pigtails at the end, but we're not gonna spend too much time talking about her because we don't want to go to jail.
Not coincidentally, the game is being made by Omega Force, of course.
I'm just gonna keep doing that.
The Koei Tecmo developer that also makes the Dynasty Warrior games.
Omega Force also makes the Dragon Quest Heroes games, which also have you battling big hordes of enemies. We haven't played it, but Brian said he did, and that's why he wrote the script.
Brian likes Dragon Quest a lot. He's that kind of guy.
Is he that kind of guy?
He's absolutely that kind of guy. You wouldn't think, but yeah, he totally
Are there
is.
people who are just die-hard Dynasty Warriors fans who only play Dynasty Warriors games?
Our boy Daniel Ahmad, he's got Shuge Liang as his Twitter avatar.
No, I'm more of a 99 Nights kind of guy.
Ah, man, culture.
Anyway, this news came as a bit of a downer to a lot of Switch owners who had been looking forward to playing Persona 5 on the go.
Japanese reveal video currently has nearly 5,000 dislikes compared to 12,000 likes. And most of all of the top comments are all just people wisecracking about those sad Switch owners.
Hurts.
Man.
It does. Persona 5 is fantastic, and I would have finished it if it were on the go.
And they weren't wrong to think it might come to the Switch. Persona games have typically done really well on mobile platforms, so it made sense that the mainline 5 game would get the Switch treatment.
Persona 4 Golden was considered by a lot of people as the best game on the PS Vita. Persona 3 was ported to the PlayStation Portable and had lots of fans too.
But it was Persona 5 that broke the once niche franchise into the mainstream. Tell us more about that, Lawrence.
Yeah, it came out in the West in 2017. Despite some streaming restrictions that pissed some people off, people got over it. Shut up out there.
I think they also laxed on them.
They did. They kicked it back a little further.
Yeah.
The game itself was loved by fans and critics. PS4 version got a 93 on Metacritic, and Eurogamer called it, and my god, these quotes, unconscionably sublime and a quote kinetic masterpiece.
The kinetic match.
Eurogamer, what the f does that even mean?
They're big words and I can't argue with them, so
They're
here's
European.
$60.
They know English. Good.
Persona 5 is the best-selling title in the series history, and as proof that it has gone mainstream, the game's protagonist Joker was recently added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Since Persona 5 released in 2016, it's now sold more than 2.7 million copies worldwide.
For today's announcement, there were lots and lots of rumors and speculation that the main Persona 5 game would come to the Switch in fall, which I really hoped was true.
The fact that it was codenamed Persona 5S also helped fuel some of that speculation.
Some nonsense has been going over on Reddit. Lawrence, what's up with that?
Over on the Nintendo Switch subreddit, there's been a prayer circle for a Persona 5 Switch port. Needless to say, a lot of people on the subreddit weren't happy with this news. Redditor X Angel Killer came in with some hot quotes. Atlus was right on with their Persona 5 hints. Quote, you'll never see it coming because it's not coming.
Incredible.
Now that song's stuck in your head.
Another Reddit user, the Potato007, called the announcement some monkey's paw writing, I want Persona 5 on the Switch. Sure, have a Musou spinoff.
Nice literary reference, Reddit.
Look, they're smart. Than me.
They weren't any happier about it on Reset Era either, though. One poll of more than 2,000 posters indicated that more than half weren't going to buy the game.
Yeah, Musou are kind of a polarizing topic. Either you like them or you don't. There's not a lot of middle ground with these people.
Of course, this could end up being a perfectly fine game. The issue here is all the expectation that people had built up to the point where everyone had convinced themselves that's definitely what it was for, that it would 100% be on the Switch.
Atlus didn't do anything to squash those rumors, but then again, it's not really their job to do that either.
Who's to say that it won't won't come to the Switch one day. Just because it hasn't been announced yet doesn't mean that it'll never happen.
I mean, it's kind of what the Switch is becoming right now, right? It's a last-gen library machine right now. Saints Row 3, come on. I'm sorry.
Some games are selling better on the Switch than they did when they launched 5 years ago, so.
Some of these games were maybe just made to be played on the toilet. Think about it. Anyway, we gotta keep that hope alive, everyone.
But that wasn't all the Persona 5 news this week. There's also a new enhanced edition of Persona 5 called Persona 5 Royal. It will release on PS4 later this year in Japan and next year in the West.
Yeah, so maybe Sony has an exclusivity deal for Persona 5 because it's only on the PlayStation at this point. I don't know.
It kind of makes sense.
What do you think, Lawrence?
That's the biggest platform. I guess it makes sense that that's what they would distribute on. It is weird though. I mean, we don't know how much RPG ports move on the Switch. There's a lot of JRPG goodness if that's what you're looking for. You don't necessarily need Persona 5, but I also get if like it's been on your back burner for a long time and you're hoping to finish it.
I think it's also just that it's one of the best, right?
It's very good.
Octopath Traveler is a great game.
No, it's not.
Persona 5's a lot better.
Octopath kind of sucks.
Yeah, 20 hours in, it gets kind of bad.
Kind of bad.
Yeah, I
Look,
get it.
opinions are like assholes. We all want things inside of it. Thank you.
At any rate, there you go. Persona 5 on the Switch turned out to be a letdown for some gamers, but this is what happens when rumors and speculation get out of hand.
With an assist from the games media, of course, so not us though. We would never report on.
do
Nope, we would never report on stuff like that.
Never report on rumors.
That was a good sample episode. I think this is good practice. I'm ready to film the real thing.
Yeah, let's do it.
Nice of nature, and that's coming this year. But first, let's dig into all these numbers. Like Adam said, it's time to go to class, everybody. Figure out how the house that Mario built is doing these days without that sexy Toad graphic adventure.
Oh.
He is wearing pants, right?
Is it like a romper?
He's wearing pants. He wears like genie pants.
He's got the vest.
I think he has to take the whole thing off if he takes a
He does
shit.
have genie pants. That can hide a giant dick. But he is already